Hello everyone, this is your science teacher. My name is Kunal, and I hope you all are taking the necessary measurements to stay at home. Be at home, be safe, be along with your family, enjoy your time. But while we are enjoying the time, we will also learn something. And on behalf of Rajkumar College, I am presenting this video for Form 4. Right? Before we start, first of all, hearty congratulations for clearing your grade 3 and welcome to grade 4. While we're going to start with science, I'm not going to do much of notes or give you any notes, but rather we'll just explain and we'll try to understand the concept. Right? So before we start, okay, let's begin with what is science. I'm sure you must have learned something about science in grade 3 also. Okay, so while we know a bit about science, let me just ask you, what do we know about science? Think for a while. Okay, since it's one-way conversation, I would like to also tell you that science is all about experiments. Whatever we see around, okay, it's the nature and the surroundings that we see around the machines. For example, a very few common questions might be, what is solar eclipse? Why is the sky blue? How does a plant grow? What should we eat? How does the machine work? How does the fan function? So all of these questions are very common, but with science, we get to know what is the logic behind these machines or behind all the concept. And if we can prove it with certain basic logic and evidence, which is a proof that supports it, then this is proved only through science. All right, so we got a bit gesture, a bit idea about what is science in general. Right, now let's come to grade 4. While we are going to enjoy our entire year learning something new, learning something better in life, however, we are also going to have lots of fun while we learn, right? Because I also like to interact with you all. Okay, so let's first understand that what all is included in grade 4, right? So we're going to learn about what to eat, what is a balanced diet, what are proteins, carbohydrates, what is safety and first aid, what kind of clothes should I wear, what are the right clothes to wear, what is the world around us and how do we survive, how does plants survive, what do they eat, okay, then what is earth and its neighbor planets, name them. Okay, then we're going to learn about weather and natural resources also. So this is the entire year topics that we are going to cover, but not in this video, okay, but throughout the year, just a basic idea about what are we going to include in grade 4. Let's move on this note for a very first topic on this video 1, that is safety and first aid. While we all know what is safety, right? What is safety? Safety means wearing a seat belt. Oh, am I safe then? Perfect. That's a great idea, wearing a seat belt while you drive, because if there's any kind of accident, you might be safe. Okay. Now, why to wear a helmet? Why are we forcing people to wear a helmet? Okay. All of these safety measurements. Okay. These are basic ideas. But what has our honorable Prime Minister requested in this current situation? Due to coronavirus, what is the safest measurement right now? Is to be at home, wash your hands, wear mask if you have to go outside, which is not mandated at all. I'm sure we all are enjoying a home quarantine, but it's very important that we have to break the chain of coronavirus. That is only through social distancing. So these are the safety measurements that we know. While we now have an idea what is safety, okay, what are the necessary measurements that we can be safe and what are we going to learn in safety and first aid? So name of the topic once again is safety and first aid. This is one of my favorite topics. Okay. Now students, we are going to learn in this particular topic. So what is our agenda? What are we going to grasp or learn at the end of this particular topic? First of all, we'll understand what are accidents and what are different kind of accidents that you might have heard and how to be safe at home, school, playground, swimming pool, road, how to be safe. So we're going to learn few of these things, and last we're going to deal with few emergencies that we come across at our home, maybe at a home, at school, playground, with our friends, and how are we going to help them through a basic step called first aid. What are we going to learn as a first aid? We're going to learn it in the next video. Okay, to begin with, we'll cover up accidents. Okay, so while your parents are reading newspaper, or you also must have started little bit reading about news, or you must have heard news, not right now, but because there is lockdown, not much of accidents happening these days, which is a good thing. But what is a car accident? What happens? Oh my god, there is a news that 4 people were going and they met with an accident and they are critically injured. Okay, absolutely right. This particular scenario is accident. Accident generally harms people's life and also causes harm to the property. For example, there's a fire at somebody's place, right, which should not happen because the necessary safety measurements were not taken, so there was a fire at somebody's place. Now this fire will cause an harm to some human life and also to the property. Am I right over here? Absolutely right. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you are getting injured due to an accident, it will cause an harm to you. Further, it will cause pain and a lot of suffering. So please keep in mind, be safe. What are we going to do? We are going to follow a few safety rules. Safety rules at home, since you are now at home, at school, on the playground, in the swimming pool, and on the road. Let's go with the first topic, how to be safe at home. Okay. What can you imagine about what kind of accidents do you think that can occur at home? Now you all are at home, so there are high possibilities because we are all high on energy. So what will happen? It might be a case because we're damn excited, we're kids, we're very young. Okay, so we might end up injuring ourselves. We should not be the case. So what are the safety measurements and what kind of accidents occur at your home? We're going to learn the possibilities. At home, injuries are caused by, first, slipping on the floor. Not sleeping, slipping means to fall on the floor. Maybe it's a wet floor, so you fall. Okay, because of burns. Okay, that's fire or a hot pan. You put your hand and you get sudden, heat. That's a burn. Then electric shock, and then chemical poisoning. All of these terms we are going to elaborate. Okay, let us make our home safe place by taking basic precautions. And how do we do these? So we have learned about accidents, and I'm sure what accidents. Accidents are walking on the roadside, you get hit by a car. You're playing at home, you fall down, that is also an accident. Okay, you're running, again you fall down. You're into school, you push someone, that person falls down. Okay, any kind of injury that you occur, and that particular incident is called an accident. Our very next pointer is how to be safe at home. Okay, first topic, which I already told you, we're going to start with avoid slipping on the floor. But how can we do this? First of all, do not leave your toys. We all are playing at home, so we might use a lot of toys. Those toys might have wheels. There are elderly people walking around. The vision might not be clear. So if you leave your toys lying on the floor, what is going to happen? Somebody walking may fall and slip on the floor. And the slipping is not for fun. You might laugh, but an elderly person might injure the back permanently. So we need to be careful. We need fun in life, but not at the cost of somebody's injury. Right? So first, do not leave your toys and things lying on the floor. Keep the floors at home clean and dry. Clean and dry. So if there's a wet floor at your home, you did spill water, what will you do? Keep quiet, don't tell mother because she will shout. Is that what you do? I think I did the same thing many times, but you should not hide things. You should tell your parents or your staff at your home. So please clean it, or you can clean it by yourself or with someone's help, right? That helps to keep the floor dry. Okay, and this will prevent from slipping on the floor. The next is, please, the floor, bathroom floors are wet. Okay, so you enjoy your bath, but you have to take the basic precaution that you don't dance, right, while you're taking shower. So please be careful in kitchen and bathroom. Usually there are wet floors over there, so do not run. Okay, moving towards the next pointer, which is burns. So at home, what kind of burns? Is somebody going to burn you? No, don't worry, nobody is going to burn us at home. Burns are usually caused by fire, obviously heat, isn't it? So when we touch a hot material, you might get a small burn. Okay, then you add some kind of cream, apply some kind of cream on the burn. Students, to avoid such accidents, we must not wear first synthetic clothes. What is synthetic? So there are two kind of fabrics that we get. First is natural fabric, which is cotton, jute, linen. Now these are obtained from the plants, so they are natural fabric. The man-made fabrics are called a synthetic fabric. Now synthetic fabrics example are nylon and polyester. Okay, so these materials are fire friendly, so it is high possibility that it catches fire easily. Okay, to avoid, what we can do, not wear nylon and synthetic clothes. Nylon is one of the example of synthetic, but simple, to keep it very simple, avoid synthetic clothes in the kitchen. Keep your gas stoves when they are not. Keep your gas stoves turned off. You must have seen your parents doing it. They turn off the gas knob. Now, why do they do that? Because when the gas is not in use, but there is no fire, you might not see the gas, but you can smell it. So, whenever you feel there is gas on, please request someone to turn the knob off immediately and open the windows to avoid any kind of fire at your place. So, be safe. Okay, if any kind of leakage of gas or anything, please call the concerned team to help you immediately. Right, that was all about burns. The next pointer for today is electrical shock. We must all have heard about electric shocks. What are these? Somebody is giving electric shock. You must have heard in movies, but I'm not talking about movies right now. That is also an electric shock, but we are going to talk about how to be safe at home and not get any kind of electric shock. So you must have seen a lot of plugs. Okay, so somebody might tell you, please put this plug, okay, inside that socket and turn it on. But you want to test that whether it's functioning or no. So instead of tester, you want to test your finger and try, is there a shock? Don't ever do that. You might get an electric shock. Okay, so we are all dependent on electrical appliances around us. Am I right over here? What are electrical appliances? They are gadgets which help us to make our easy and comfortable. For example, air conditioner, table fan, ceiling fan, refrigerator, cooler, power inverters. All of these work on electricity. Okay, so let's check on how they should handle, how they all should be handled carefully. First is, do not touch electrical fittings with wet hands. The reason is, wet hand or water is a very good conductor of electricity. We all know what is a good conductor of electricity, don't we? Do not go close to the table fans or heaters. When they are on, you may get an electric shock. If you might want to put their fingers to check, which I already told you, please avoid this. Use a normal button to switch it on and off. If at all someone gets an electrical shock, please do not panic. Switch off the main button directly. Okay, so there is a power cut and the person can get some relief. Okay, the last pointer, but the important one, is chemical poisoning. So you must have elderly people or your parents taking certain kind of medicines, isn't it? But just to tell you that those medicines are prescribed by doctor for some reasons, might be some kind of disease or pain. But if you don't have that pain, if you don't have that suffering, and you take that medicine, it will end up impacting us. You may get poisoned. Okay, so medicines at home, to avoid chemical poisoning. Okay, especially in the kitchen or in the bathroom, you have this phenyl, you have this Harpic. Okay, they are not to drink, they are not a cocktail or a mocktail, right? They are not drinks. So in simple language, we should keep this away, and they should be properly labeled, especially the medicines, because kids, there might be younger children at your place, younger than you also. So in order to keep them safe and avoid poisoning, you keep the bottles labeled and at a distance or a height, especially at a height where they cannot reach and get it on their own, right? Be careful. But now, since we are learning this topic and getting educated, I'm sure that we are not going to touch these bottles, right? And neither going to consume it, to avoid chemical poisoning. So great, we have learned about accidents. We have learned about how we can take basic precautions to be at home and avoid slipping on the floor, avoid burns, electrical shocks, and chemical poisoning. Okay? Please, chemical poisoning, just few more things. Keep the medicines labeled and keep it away from eatables. Do not take any medicines without asking an adult. And I told you about small children, keep them away. This was the video 1. I'm sure we have learned about safety. See you later, yeah, for video 2. Until then, please keep learning more about safety at home. Bye bye, be safe.